Well, it certainly has been a very dramatic day. In fact, we were expecting fireworks when Mahua Moitra, the firebrand Trinamool Congress MP, went through an ethics committee. Over there, she began and spoke for around 2 hours where she defended herself and she got all pictures, she got all documents to show that this was just a case of a witch hunt against her. In fact, she mentioned Jay Anand, which she said that he was a jilted lover or friend of hers, and therefore he was selectively leaking out pictures and trying to take revenge and make life miserable for her. She pretty much reiterated the point that Darshan Hiranandani, the Dubai based businessman who had access to a login too, was under pressure coming in from the Prime Minister's office and from the central government. And that's the reason he decided to talk about the fact that there were logins. She stuck to her stand that there were no logins which were given out, which were unethical, no cash, no gifts exchange in lieu of questions. But the matter took a horrible turn after that, I would say, because after the lunch break, when it was the turn of the ethics panel to cross-examine her, they confronted her with certain amount of evidence and some forms, and that is where it took an ugly turn. Suddenly, we saw Mahua Moitra march out with all the other opposition MPs, and that is where you saw a semblance of opposition unity in solidarity with her, where she said it was like a Draupadi ka Chirharan, where she was targeted, filthy language and questions and personal attacks were being made on her. She decided that she could not sit there any longer. Same was supported and reiterated by opposition MPs, for example, like Danish Ali. But again, the matter has not ended there because Nishikant Dubey did a press conference. Remember, he was one of the complainants along with Jay Anand saying that she only misbehaved like this because she wanted to dodge facts. She did not have any evidence in her support, and also because she did not want to be cross examined as she would stand exposed. In fact, he said that the chairperson and those members who belong to SC/ST community themselves were facing bad language which came in from her, and her behavior, where she walks out because she was the accused in this case, is against parliamentary norms, and therefore she faces stringent punishment. Not just she, but even the other opposition MPs as well. But if you think that the matter was ended by this by Mahua Moitra, absolutely not. Two important developments took place. One, for the first time ever, the Trinamool Congress actually has come out strongly in her support. In fact, the Shashi Panja was fielded and said that how a woman had been humiliated at the ethics panel, which means that the Trinamool Congress understands that the woman card which has been played by Mahua Moitra and that angle makes it very difficult now for the party to completely distance itself from her. So that is a huge boon for her. But the second important thing is she dashed off a lengthy letter to the speaker where she gave a blow by blow account and also mentioned the fact that she is in deep anguish and hurt because she was humiliated in the ethics committee. Personal questions, personal details were also asked of her, which has no corroboration with the allegation against her. In fact, she said that she is ready to give all kind of evidence. She's ready to face all kind of questions, but some kind of a stock taking needs to be taken as far as this particular matter goes. We haven't heard the last of it. Sources are saying that the ethics panel is likely to finalize its report soon and hand it over to the speaker, and the pressure is certainly mounting on Mahua Moitra. But apart from that, she is not one leader who is going to be willingly give it up. In fact, now she has the support of a large number of opposition MPs and her party on the developments inside the ethics committee as well.